Annual Nagaland Emergency Preparedness Exercise Junto 24th October Day scheduled Korean ase. Ito opor day tayari ensure krubole Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority para tabletop exercise Tuesday din Capital Convention Center Kohima te alak line department lokot loise. National Disaster Management Authority NEPEX laga directive hisab earthquake scenario 8.7 magnitude to NSDMA Home Department para organized krubo goise. Press conference address kra humoi Senior Consultant Major General Subhir Bahl para earthquake scenario, landslide, fires aro industrial leakage upor mock exercise dia humoi. Judi state te earthquake aishi kole response krubole itu mock exercise kan di ase goigena highlights krushe.
Right, for this year's mock exercise, we've had a coordinating conference which was conducted a week plus back to discuss the modalities of conduct of this mock exercise. And also, I had carried out a briefing for all responders on the incident response system on which this mock exercise is based. Today, we've conducted the tabletop exercise, which is based on a catastrophic earthquake scenario, where the secondary fallouts of landslides, fires, and industrial accidents. In this mock exercise, we will be playing this scenario also, and today we discussed the response to various emergency situations that may arise during an earthquake which hits our state. This response was sought from all stakeholders, and we have certain issues that I think need addressing, which I would like to highlight over here. The first issue is that we must realize community response is the bedrock of initial response. And unless the community is empowered, it will be a situation which is best avoided. To that extent, the municipal department needs to get intimately involved in this and ensure that the municipal and the village disaster management plans are made and include community response in an organized manner. How this is to be done was discussed today and explained by me in detail. In this, the emergency support function, quick reaction teams like those of the medical department, the fire and emergency services departments, and the PW department also need to be factored in. Second thing, we must realize that if we are looking at a resilient Nagaland, we must have buildings that are seismic-proof, for which the promulgation of a seismic building code is extremely essential. I understand that because of community ownership of land, this has had some public opinion issues, but it is my request that through the media we sensitize the people that it is for their own benefit that whatever buildings are constructed are seismic proof, so that, God forbid, if there is an earthquake, we have minimal losses. The example of Turkey stands out. They initiated a building code in 2000, and more than 23 years later, when the earthquake took place last year, they still had thousands of casualties. It is work which takes time, effort, and commitment, and therefore the sooner we start, the better it is. The other element is the importance of aerial resources in support to our state, considering the limited lines of communication to our state and also the hilly nature of our state. Therefore, the role of the nodal officer air is extremely important, and this is a person who should be from the civil aviation department and should be intimately involved in disaster management plans. The other point that came up during our discussion was that landslide management has to be better organized. To this extent, it is not only the state resources that are available, resources of the public sector undertakings, the NHAI, the armed forces, the border roads organization are also deployed along the roads and should be co-opted in management of landslides. Therefore, I have suggested the modalities of making an integrated landslide management plan so that landslides which may take place on a mass scale during an earthquake or otherwise are managed effectively. Lastly, our medical plan has to incorporate the civil medical resources in much greater detail and with much more intricacy. We have, fortunately, a number of civil medical hospitals here, and I'm sure this can be done with minimum effort. Right, for this year's
Nagaland TV, Sob Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.